Human beings are kind of unique in that they're the only species that is able to actually substantially alter the carrying capacity of their own environment. We have our good friend here, the Geico Caveman. I would contend probably one of the most brilliant inventors in history. All right, he was the one who started creating technology, okay, and it's human technology has allowed us to change some of the things that normal living things have to deal with. All right, now as you know, there are two things that can impact the carrying capacity of an environment. There's density dependent factors, things like interspecies competition, intraspecies competition, starvation, and disease. And then there are density independent factors, things like weather and natural catastrophe. Now, what has happened is that a lot of inventions, human inventions, have helped us with all of these things. For instance, the invention of tools and weapons have helped us both with the interspecies and the intraspecies competition. All right, early caveman used to have to worry about things like jackals and hyenas and lions, okay? And nowadays, with our advanced weaponry, there are very, very few species that actually prey on humans, okay? Every once in a while, a great white shark will get lucky and take out a person, but for the most part, we eat more sharks than sharks eat us. And the same thing with lions and other animals. Those animals are in much more danger of us than we are of them. Okay. Another invention of the caveman was farming. All right. And once human beings started forming agricultural communities and started farming and tilling the soil, starvation became a much smaller problem. Okay, it had much slower impact on the carrying capacity of the environment. We were able to grow enough food to keep ourselves going. All right, and again, with the invention of medicines, disease as a density-dependent factor has gone down in its ability to reduce human populations. Other inventions of human beings, clothing and shelter. All right, both of these things mean that bad turns in the weather, things that would normally kill us if we were outside exposed to the elements, don't. We live in areas that we were not really originally evolved to live in. The Northeast is very, very cold. We as a species would not be able to live here except for the fact that we invented clothing and shelter. One of the things that we've done as a species is actually we've increased our range. Human beings evolved to live in tropical environments, but because of the invention of some of our technology, we've been able to increase our range and therefore increase our population. All right, and finally, natural catastrophes. Human beings have come up with all sorts of ways of avoiding and or preventing natural catastrophe. Fire prevention, earthquake detection systems, all of these things. So in many ways, human beings now have changed the carrying capacity environment to make it much more amenable to what we want.